When it comes to visiting Edinburgh, you're not short of places to visit to get a full Scottish breakfast. You have restaurant after restaurant after restaurant after restaurant. So many places to choose from, and it's hard to make your mind up. Well, in this video, my friends, we are going to take a look at 3 places to get breakfast here in Edinburgh. But we're going to look at all budgets. We're going to look at cheap, medium, and very expensive breakfast here in Edinburgh. I'm here just off the Royal Mile, and we're going to take a look at the most expensive place to get a full Scottish breakfast here in the city of Edinburgh, which I believe to be a very expensive breakfast. Now, we're here just off the Royal Mile at Blackfriars Street. Now, the first place we're going to take a look at today is called Edinburgh Larder. Now, they offer a full Scottish breakfast for a staggering £17.50. Yes, it's probably the most expensive breakfast here we have in Edinburgh. Now, they do import home produce, they get everything local, and maybe that's why the prices are expensive. But I have reviewed this place before, and 1 year ago it was £14.95, so it has went up £2.50 since I last reviewed this place. Now, we're not going to go in, we're not going to review anything. I'm just showing you 3 places you can get breakfast here in Edinburgh to fit all budgets. Now, the next place we're going to look at is just over the North Bridge. Now, once you head over the North Bridge, you'll come to the beautiful Balmoral Hotel, and then just along here you've got the Scots Monument and Princes Street, and then in this corner here you've got the Apple Store. What you want to do is take a right here. Now, the street we're on is West Register Street. It looks like a shithole, let's be honest. You know what I mean? There's rubbish everywhere. It's like a back alley to all the stores and shops. All the bins are kept here. But if we take a right here, we'll come to the most cheapest place here in Edinburgh to grab a breakfast. Even if you just want a filled roll, this place is like 50% cheaper than any other place. So here is your takeaway breakfast menu. £5.60 for an all-day breakfast. That's like a small breakfast. You also have the biggest breakfast here for £8.90, which is considerably a lot cheaper than the first place, the most expensive place we've just looked at here. And this is probably the most cheapest breakfast here in Edinburgh, which you'll find. Now, it doesn't look much when you get here. I mean, it is a back street. I mean, some people visiting here is hard to find, but hopefully with the directions I gave you, it makes it easier to visit here. You've got St Andrew's Square just along this way here, which I will show you. But for £8.90 for a full breakfast, you're saving a lot of money to spend elsewhere, and you're getting the same thing. Now, the ingredients might be different, but it is actually okay. The breakfast is that, I've tried it before, it's really okay. Now, when it comes to filled rolls, filled breakfast rolls, you get link sausage roll for £3 compared to £5 on the Royal Mile. So you're saving £2 for just walking to here and saving yourself £2 and getting yourself a fried roll, a haggis roll, a bacon roll, a tatty scone. Now, you can't argue how cheap the prices are in Snax Cafe, and it is value for money. Now, it's not cheap, it's value for money, and what you're getting there is the same as what you would get up the road. You just need to walk 200 yards down in the North Bridge to come here, and you'll save yourself a lot of money. Now, I did get a roll just to show you, look how much you get in it. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot there. You know what I mean? There's a lot on that roll, and for £3, it was 50p extra for onion, because I like onion on my haggis roll, but £3.50, you're saving £1.50, probably more because they'll charge you for an extra topping on the Royal Mile, and which is £2, believe it or not, £2 for an extra topping, 50p here for an extra tatty scone, an extra bit of bacon, onions, whatever you want to put on it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. Now, I'm going to taste it. Absolutely delicious. Now, I did forget to mention that there's 2 snack cafes. There's one here and there's one at Buccleuch Street at Newington. Now, that one offers sitting in breakfast. You can sit outside and have your breakfast. It's a wee bit more expensive, not too much, this being the cheaper option here, but for the saving you're making, it's well worth the visit here in Edinburgh. Now, they do also have a snack van. I'm not too sure where that's located, but if you see them about, you can grab yourself a roll in a snack van, maybe a full Scottish breakfast as well, but it's well worth the money. You're saving a lot of money, you know what I mean, like 45% saving for walking 200 yards. It's crazy. Now, we've looked at a cheap breakfast, we've looked at a very expensive breakfast. Now we need to find somewhere in between, somewhere we can split down the middle, which is not too expensive and not too cheap, somewhere just right, and I've got the perfect place in mind. Boom, we're teleported, we're here at our final destination. You can pick up a full Scottish breakfast for as little as £11. Yes, bang spanking right in the middle between cheap and expensive. This place has got it all. Quinns Cafe here in Edinburgh, TripAdvisor's #1 cafe here in Edinburgh, still going strong, still #1, and you get incredible service from here. Yes, this is my recommendation. You visit here. We're at Westport Street, not far from the Grass Market. You've got Victoria Street, you've got the Royal Mile, Edinburgh Castle, so not far whatsoever. You can walk here. I'll leave the details in the description below on Google Maps so you know where this place is. But I do recommend you come here, try out the full Scottish breakfast. You won't be disappointed, and you're saving a wee bit of money, aren't you? I mean, you're not paying for an expensive breakfast at £17.50. How can you justify £17.50? I can't justify £17.50. It's unreal. Yeah, the ingredients are different, and that's what you basically pay for. Ingredients and the hype of Instagram and TikTok and everything kind of can makes you think or plays games with your mind and all that. Like, I need to go there, but you didn't. You can come to Quinns Cafe, grab yourself a decent breakfast, or go and get yourself a cheap breakfast. But as for expensive breakfast, if you want to spend the money on that, you do that. But I'm not saying it's a bad breakfast, I'm just saying it's very expensive. So yeah, come to Quinns Cafe, grab yourself a breakfast. Recommended. Well, this brings me to the end of my video. As I say, you have 3 options there. Choose wisely. I recommend every single one of them, but it's obviously personal preference to what kind of budget you're coming here to Edinburgh. So you decide where you want to go. If you are visiting one of these, say my name, you might get a cheeky discount. I recommend them, I've tried them, and even though there's an expensive one there, it's still good. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's bad, it's just the price. £17.50 is a lot of money, but you make up your mind here when you come to Edinburgh. So I'm going to end the video there, my friends. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Paid for a cheap breakfast, and I paid for a medium breakfast as well. Everything is top quality. All these 3 places are good to go to.
What's
it's a
that?
Boom, we're here. See, we're teleported. Now, my recommendation. It's probably the most expensive breakfast here in Edinburgh. We're here